welcome special guest today. We have, you are the chosen one today because you have, how many siblings do you have?
I've got two younger brothers.
Two younger brothers,
Yes.
Chris Patton. So he is the chosen one today, son of Mike Patton. First of all, Mike Patton, your dad, is it safe to call him an auto guru?
I'm not sure he would agree with guru as a title, but he's certainly been in it a long time. He started in LaGrange back in '73, and had worked with his dad before that, probably for 8 or 10 years before coming here. So I won't do the math, but that's a long time.
So 3 generations?
3 generations at this point, yes.
Wow, awesome. So like I said, you're the chosen one today, and tell us about your two brothers. Just give their names. They probably don't want you to talk about.
I was about to say, how much do you want me to tell?
Yeah.
Brian is the middle brother. He's 2 years younger, and David is the youngest. He is 6 years younger than me. Both are married with kids, and they are fantastic dads.
Great.
In addition to being in the family business.
Great, great. Now, what is your position at Mike
Position
Patton?
is president.
President. Mike Patton Auto Family.
That's right. Family is the key there.
Family is the key. I was getting ready to talk about that because at one while you were Mike Patton, and then you changed over to Mike Patton Auto Family. So, speaking of family, tell us what led to that name change and why family is so important.
Well, you could call it an auto group, a group of dealerships, but we felt like family of dealerships was just a better description of our goals, our family values, and gave a different picture than just a group of stores.
And that takes it to a far greater level.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure you get a lot of families coming in to purchase cars.
A lot of families come in to purchase cars, but we also look, frankly, first we look at the families that we employ. And so the employees plus their families, that's a big responsibility. And we see that as a key to what we do. And then obviously serving families in the community through selling cars as well as other endeavors.
Okay. Yeah, you have a tagline, motto, mission statement, whatever you want to call it, my Mike Patton Auto Family, a better place to buy. So when someone sees that, what does that mean that Mike Patton's a better place to buy?
Well, obviously we're biased. So we feel like we've got the best place in town to purchase a car. And Kevin, you know this, there are probably 50 things that go into that, factors that go into our opinion that it's a better place to buy. We feel like we are faster. We feel like we are fair with the pricing system we've got and the way we price the vehicles on the windshield, and we go ahead and discount everything and cut the gains out of it. We feel like we've got a better line of vehicles. We feel like the Ford Lincoln line, the Honda line, the Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, those are your top line vehicles. So just so many different ways, and that doesn't even begin to touch on the employees, the kind of people we have that are working here.
And Mike Patton, also, you are a Christian-based business. It's safe to say that.
Yes.
Why is that important to you and your family? Is that something that your dad passed on to you guys?
Absolutely. I think first and foremost, we feel like God owns the business. So that's the foundation that we start from. And we feel like if it's his business, he's got certain ways that he wants it run. And certain ways he doesn't want it run, right? So we're not perfect. We don't pretend that we've got it all figured out and we've got this perfect business that operates and is honorable to God at all times. We mess up. We're human.
Right.
But the goal is that we do the business in a way, we serve our customers in a way, we serve our employees in a way that honors God and that follows to the best of our ability biblical principles. So that's the starting point. And then everything we do starts there and moves forward.
That's the foundation. So everything else that falls on top of the foundation will be solid.
Right.
You just talked about the unique pricing. All your cars, you come in, prices on the sticker, that's it. So how long have you been, this system that you have in place here at Mike Patton, was this a system that came a long time ago, or did you grow into this system that you're using now?
It was in 2004, so just over 13 years ago. June would have been 13 years that we went into this system. And it came out of a number of ideas and thoughts we had, but also listening to our customers. And even today, 13 years later, customers value their time. They don't like the back and forth games and the smoke and mirrors and I'll do this today, but tomorrow I won't do this, and just all the junk that's typical in the car business. And not everybody does it, but it's typical. So this idea came out of a desire to clean that up, to get rid of the junk, get rid of the stereotypical games and hassle. When people start saying, I'd rather go to the dentist than go buy a new car, there's a problem.
Right.
I mean, a car is just an exciting thing to buy. It's fun. People, especially Americans, have an affinity for cars. And to get to go purchase another car, new or used, should be an exciting time. It should be fun. It should be easy. And instead, historically, the dealers have made it very difficult. And so the start of this system came out of that, a desire to try to clean it up and make it smooth and fast and fair.
Wow, this is awesome. Chris, you guys do a lot for the community. And I know you're very modest. I know you have a spirit of humility and a lot of things that you probably don't want to talk about that I won't put you on the spot. But the things that you can talk about, why is it so important for you to invest in this community? So
about a year or two after we started this selling process, Brian and I sat down and we got some help to come in and brought some people in, and we took what our dad had taught us in general and tried to become very specific with it. So we came up with a company mission statement. And so our mission statement is to honor God. The Mike Patton Auto family seeks to honor God by impacting the lives of our employees, customers, and community. And then following that, we came up with our core values. And one of those core values is community impact. Now, a core value to us means this is something that's important to us, whether we're selling cars, servicing cars, or if we sold this business and started a different business, we're going to stick to our core values. So, and it's also regardless of what condition the economy's in, financial concerns or growth or whatever doesn't change your core values. So community impact is one of those core values, and we see ourselves as a citizen of this community, as well as thriving and benefiting from this community. So we feel like it's our part, also applies to our mission statement, but we want to honor God and we want to pour back into the community. And we do it in, like you said, a number of ways. Some that we talk about,
right.
Some that we market, like recently we had the Dragon Boat Race, and we've got a kickball tournament coming up. Those are to benefit Harmony House and the Women's First Center. But there are some that we don't talk about that are behind the scenes, and we just don't feel like in those cases that we need the publicity. We just would rather help. Exactly. So the amazing thing to me is when we, Brian and I and David and Dad start coming up with things we want to do, or we hear about a cause we want to support, and we get things started, but then our employees rally around it. And we've often had them come and say, could we look at doing this, or could we support this cause, because they get engaged in it and they're a huge part. I mean, none of this would happen without the employee base at all. So it's really I hate to sound like this, but it's a family affair.
Family affair.
It really is.
And your business kind of reminds me of Chick-fil-A. And the reason I say that, because over the last 8, 9, 10 years, I've purchased about 4 or 5 cars from you guys as well. And what I notice, everybody I deal with, everybody is saying the same thing. From the top down. Great. And so how do you convey that to salespeople, people who are just walking in? And I've seen that everybody is saying, like Chick-fil-A, my pleasure. Right. It's kind of like all you guys are saying, my pleasure.
So a couple different answers to that. Number one, anytime we can be spoken of in the same sentence as Chick-fil-A, we feel like that's a big deal to us. They are heroes of mine, their company, their family business. And so their goals, their values are all very similar. And we do a lot that we model after them. So that's exciting to hear you say that. The hearing the same thing from different people in the business is critical to our selling system. So part of what we do when we price our cars on the lot is remove, like I said, the back and forth, the hassle, the headaches. And we also put our salespeople on a compensation plan that pays them regardless of which car they sell. So if they sell a $50,000 car or $5,000 car, they're paid the same. Their goal, their only interest is in serving the customer and meeting their needs the best they can to facilitate buying the car. So in a traditional store, you may have one person who has a motivation to raise the price, another one has a motivation to drop it, and therefore you're going to hear different things from different people.
Right.
And it's nobody, could be lies, but I'm not saying it's always lies, it's just different people from different perspectives, different motivations. The way we try to set our system up is everybody is going in the same direction. Our salespeople, our management, our customers are all looking for the same goal. And when it's the same goal, naturally, we start saying the same things. So I can't, my goodness, we've got 120 employees. I could never begin to dictate to each one, you have to say this, you have to say this. There's no way. You know that. It's not possible. Right. So the idea is get the core values, the goals, everybody in alignment, and it happens. And that's what Chick-fil-A has done a remarkable job of. And we like to follow them in that.
Well, that's good. That's good. Well, Chris, I'm probably gonna let you get out of here because I know you probably got. He's got $1 million worth of cars to sell this week, so it's gonna keep everybody busy. It's gonna keep you busy. But you just learned out why Mike Patton is a better place to buy. Family-oriented, Christian-based, care about the community. Any parting words? Just part with some wisdom to our audience before we sign off.
Well, I would obviously love to have your business. Would love to have you come and try out our dealership, give our employees a chance to show you that we are actually a better place to buy. We love it when people look locally, they buy locally, they support the community through their purchases. Even if it's other dealerships in the area, they do stuff in the community as well, so we're not knocking them. We just feel like we're better. Better place to buy.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it, man.
Same here.
All right.